I had complete brake failure in my Audi S4 for unknown reasons. All I know is that both calipers in the front of the car actually ended up seizing. My rotors got so hot that they actually almost lit on fire. I smelled them while driving. And then when I got home, I checked out the rotors and they were purple, blue, and all these weird colors. So both of the calipers are seized. The car has trouble actually moving forward, how badly seized they are. And today I picked up some Porsche Macan calipers that actually fit on the Audi S4. So I thought I would drop this little video because it's super helpful. If you guys do end up having brake failure in your Audi S4, don't go and buy some OEM S4 calipers. They're very expensive. You can alternatively pick up Porsche Macan calipers because they fit, and I'm gonna show you guys. These cost $500. They're a lot cheaper. I'd say the rotors are absolutely cooked. I mean, you can still kind of see how they're different colors in there if the camera will focus, but I went ahead and picked up another set of rotors. These are 245 millimeter. That's what's gonna fit with the Porsche Macan calipers. We should have no issue with this install, and we've got a special color that I'm gonna paint them while they're off the car anyways, because why not? Caliper paint, I figured I would do some cool bronze color because, you know, the wrap actually does turn bronze in certain lighting. I'm sure you all have seen that within my videos. Right now it's only pink, but if you catch the light in a certain way, it turns bronze, and I thought it would be a cool touch. Notice while scuffing these are that they're actually Brembos. You can see it right here. So it says Brembo, and then it has the Audi logo. Just put a clear coat on both of them. I'm gonna let it sit for about 24 hours, and then we will basically install everything. Get new brake lines. I ordered the steel brake lines. I also ordered obviously new rotors. And this thing is going to be at 100%. The goal is to get this thing at the track on Wednesday and run a 10. All right, and I'm literally learning how to do this as I go, but apparently you need to get this clip off first, so there you go. As simple as that. I just used a pry tool. For this whole disassembly, I'm going to remove the caliper guide pins, which is these ones with a rubber boot on them. Ow! I already cut my finger, but now I'm removing the actual bolts that hold the caliper to the rotor or the wheel hub assembly. And they're at 21 millimeters, so they're kind of difficult to get to because they are torqued. But I got them. And now I just use a screwdriver to pry the pad away from the rotor so that you could actually compress the piston. It should come off now, unless I need to pry some more. Oh, there you go. Easy peasy. Sure, I got the rotor off. It required a Torx bit right there on the wheel bearing, but now we can inspect this. Well, there's really nothing to inspect. It is pretty toasted. It was like purple, blue, all those different colors. You can really see it right now from the heat. And yeah, I guess we'll throw the new rotor on. FYI, this rotor right here, the replacement one is exactly the same. So let's put some fresh rotors on it and then get the caliper on it too. But I think the guy at AutoZone sold me the wrong brake pads for the Macan calipers. I think he sold it for like the 6-piston Brembos, so it won't work. Here explains exactly why the caliper was seized. Brake pads should move freely within their channels. And look at this, that is stuck in there. So it's probably like salt corrosion because this car was driven in Minnesota, if I had to guess. And that explains a lot why it got stuck. So should not be locked in like that.
A few moments later.
Brand new steel brake lines that are going to be going on the Audi. I can finally finish up this job. So we've got the caliper. Fits perfectly in the Macan. If you guys were wondering, you just order it for the V8 S4. And yeah, let's knock this out. I loosened up that is your stock brake line. It's a 15 millimeter. Now that's going to loosen, and then you have to go to the hard line, which is up there, and loosen that up with an 11 millimeter, that nut. Now come give Bubba a kiss. Once you get everything undone, the entire caliper will come out. I'm not even bothering removing this one because we're not going to reuse this line, but you would reuse it if you were using this. And definitely be careful with the brake fluid because it's super corrosive. It will eat paint in 2 seconds, so I'm being careful with that. You can see the size difference between those two, so we're definitely getting an upgrade. This looks like a 1-piston caliper. This is 4-piston, so definitely should have an increase in heat dissipation around the track. Let's see if we can tap in these slider pins. I figured it out. You know, Brembo gives you all of these paper instructions, and I followed it step by step. Greased up everything, the pads, all the mating surfaces, and the slider pins too. So I think that should be good to put it back on the actual rotor now. You want to do it? Obviously the caliper is now on, and I gotta look up the torque spec for the bolts that actually hold the caliper to the rotor from the knuckle. But yeah, that brake line was annoying. So at a certain point, like the 11 millimeter that actually connects to the caliper itself, you need to make sure it's tightened all the way down and torque. And I just waited till the caliper was like this to do it. But yeah, it's a massive upgrade. You can tell it's a lot bigger of a piston compared to the stock brake. I mean, just look at that. I showed it before, but you can really see it now. Feeling like these aren't the correct rotors because they're a lot skinnier than my stock ones, and they're supposed to be the same exact size, and the brake pads are supposed to touch on each side, but they're not. There's a huge gap on the other side. I can't fit the camera in there, but there is something definitely off with that. If anything, I'll just use the stock rotor and it won't be a big deal. But yeah, that doesn't look right to me. Those are probably the rears, not the fronts. So now I've got the stock rotor back on. I really hope it's not warped because it is the only thing that actually properly fits the calipers. I'm starting to think these guys right here are for the rears and not the fronts. They're way too skinny. You need a 345 millimeter rotor. So this is the correct one. We're gonna send it.
The next day.
We're bleeding the brakes. Antonio's sitting on the inside. I connected a tube here to the bleeder valve. It's on top of the caliper. Basically, he pumps the brakes. He leaves the pedal down. And then I open the bleeder valve with an 11 millimeter wrench. It all pours out. You can see the air bubbles here. That's all air in the system that's getting evacuated. We have it dumping here. Now the pedal is still down, the brake pedal. I'm gonna close the valve. And Antonio is gonna go up with the pedal and pump again. So you slowly do this until all of the air comes out, and this is how you bleed the brakes. Like, that's the simplest way I could put it and the fastest way. Those really big air bubbles, that is not acceptable. That will cause your brakes not to work properly and they'll be spongy. This is how much brake fluid it took to get out before it was like all cleared. So now there's no more air bubbles in the system. We should be good to go. I'm gonna slap the wheels back on, do a test drive. Hopefully the brakes work. Gonna let her down and hopefully the brakes work. Sharon, you ready?
Yeah, give Bubba a kiss.
All right, come out. If it can't brake, then he's hitting the Camaro, but obviously it looks like it. Sheesh! The brand new bronze calipers. I think we're good, boys. That's pretty much gonna do it for the big Brembo upgrade that we just did on the Audi S4. We have 4 pistons now instead of like that one pot or whatever you want to call it. If anything, I just need to do a further bleeding sequence starting furthest away from the master cylinder. So in that case, that would be the passenger side rear. I need to bleed the back calipers and the front calipers just to get all the air out, and the pedal will get stiff again. If it is soft, that's pretty much what you need to do. So I didn't bleed it enough. We already knew that. I'm also taking this thing to the track tomorrow. It should run a 10 because I fixed up every problem with it, so that's gonna be awesome. And then I also have to paint the rear calipers because I never did that. So I'll do all of that in a separate vlog. If you guys enjoyed this one, I mean, now you know how to install some nice Brembo upgrades from a Porsche Macan on your Audi S4. So on that note, if you all enjoyed it, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one where this thing runs a 10.